Hey, what's up everybody? Michael the Ark here. Today we are out on Rancho Del Arroyo and I am going to be giving you my suggested loadouts for this map. This is by request and let's jump right on into it. This will probably be a shorter video, but my first suggested loadout, if it will go here, is actually having the 6.5 millimeter, the Ranger 243, the 22 rifle, and the Cacciatore. Now, with this loadout, you can switch out the 6.5, easily switch it out for either the 30-06, the M1, or you can even go as far as to do the FL Sporter 303. This is all that you need, to be honest with you. However, you could also switch out your Cacciatore for one of the new shotguns. The new shotgun is actually a very good shotgun, and despite what a lot of people were saying to start with, even on the official dev streams, it can take the Meridian scope. So any of these rifles with this is going to be awesome. Also, if you happen to want to take the Solokin for your Bobcats, that is also going to be very easy. And to do so, I'm going to take the 6.5. You can also take the Vasquez 45 if you really want to, for like whitetails or something. And we have also the Cacciatore, but with this you're also going to be able to grab one of the Solokins here, and I will show you. Now, I have the Pack Mule perk, but if you come in here and remove your collars, and then I have two different binoculars. If you take one of the binoculars off, you have plenty of room. And I have first aid and scent eliminator. You don't need either one of them. I mean, it's up to you. But just take one binocular and switch them out at nighttime if you really want to. And you can easily take this loadout as well. With this loadout, if you want to take the other binocular, the cool thing is that you can just take this right out, the 22 rifle right out, and then you'll have enough room for a few other things. Now, if you want to take, say, a tripod or something like that, what I would suggest is to grab this loadout. And actually, let's go back and look here. You can take the 30-06 with this, and we've got just the Argus. Now, with the other loadout there, you do want to take either the Red Raptor or the Meridian. I just don't have the Meridian unlocked on this account. I'm only a level 52 so far, and I haven't done a lot of shotgunning. I would highly suggest the Deer Grunt Collar with this, or if you're going to be hunting mule deer, the Deer Bleat Collar. So either one, or yeah, either one of those will work. We're just going to throw one in here so you can see. And this is without the extra binoculars as well. And then any of these basically is going to be the same. And that's going to leave you under the 20 weight. So those are my recommended weapons. And if you want to take more collars, now you can take your 303 or M1. And that's going to give you an extra unit or an extra pound of weight. And then if you want to go even further and get an extra pound and a half or extra unit and a half, you just take the 6.5. And the 6.5 with well-placed shots can handle anything on this map. It's actually really nice because I actually really enjoy using the 6.5 on this map. But that is it for this. Now, let me show you the collars that are good for this map. And I do not have all the collars. I'm going to go to the store to do this. For this map, you would want to have, you can use the snort wheeze if you want to. Now, this is free when you first start playing the game, so this is going to be the one that you want if you don't have the deer grunt. If you're going to be hunting mule deer, then the deer bleat is going to be the one that you want to go with. It is the only mule deer collar. I do believe that the grunt collar is supposed to have a secondary chance of attracting the mule deer, but I do not have that skill, so it's not going to do that. The deer grunt collar is I would say it's going to be the best for your whitetails, because you get the 273 yards, or about the 250 meters. Also, out here, you would want the Predator Jackrabbit collar, and this is going to allow you to use it for coyote, Mexican bobcat, and the collared peccary. In this instance, you would not need to use the wild boar collar, which will work for the collared peccary as well. And then you have the crow collar and the turkey mouth collar. Now, the crow collar is going to get your turkeys to vocalize so you can find out where they're at, and the mouth collar will get them to come in. If you're a scent user, then you're going to have your mule deer scent, you're going to have your whitetail scent, and I think that is all as far as scents go. Decoys, the only decoys that you could use are the wild turkey, and it does work on Merriam and Rio Grande turkey. Now, I would highly suggest getting a bunch of tents, and while everybody seems to use tripods, there's a few things you should realize about tripods. First, they weigh 6 pounds, and then they are $16,000 basically, or 16,000 units, or 6 units of weight, and then 16,000 units of money. Same thing goes for your tents. If you look over here, though, you got your ground blinds, and a lot of places here on Rancho Del Arroyo, you can set up a ground blind, and this is only going to cost you $8,000. It does weigh 6 weight, but it's only going to cost $8,000, and they work very good. Your layout blinds are not going to be all that great, but they are going to allow you to still get the same amount of pressure down. But they're $16,000, but they only weigh 3 weight. So you can actually take one of these along a lot easier than any of the other portable structures. Now, these are mainly for goose hunting, but if you take one of these along, you can throw it out there and call and call and call, and when you finally get what you're looking for to come in, you can pop up and shotgun it. You can shoot it with your rifle. You can plop one of these down 300 yards away, jump in it, just to reduce the pressure of whatever you're shooting that far out. With the render glitch gone, this is an excellent thing to actually have. Now, like the ground blinds, you have the waterfowl blinds, and I love these things. They do weigh 6, but they are only 8,000 like the ground blinds as well. You do have 3 to choose from, and you start with, now with tents, you're going to start with 1 of each. With your ground blinds, you're going to start with 2 of these and 3 of these. So 2 conifer and 3 timber, and you're going to have, I don't know which one it is you start with 3 of them, but you're going to have 5 in total. Your layout blind, I believe you get 1. I'm not sure. Now, your waterfowl blinds, you're going to get 1 of each. Your tree stands, you get 1 of each. And then your tripods, you get 1 of each. So tree stands and tripods are exactly like each other as far as weight and money goes. And the 6 weight and 16,000. But there are a lot of spots that have places that you can put tree stands that you can't actually plop down a tripod. So just because you see your favorite streamer out there or YouTuber out there and they can't get their tripod down in the right spot, that doesn't mean that you can't put a tree stand there. If you take your tree stand and you go up to the trees, you'll see there's a bare spot kind of midways to high up, and you'll usually be able to put a tree stand on that tree. I highly suggest trying out the tree stands, as they are a lot of fun, and they can go in a lot of places that you actually cannot put your tripods. So that is going to do it for my loadout guide for Rancho Del Arroyo. Now, if you're wanting to take a bow, let me say this. I should have said this earlier. If you're wanting to take a handgun, I would, of course, the Rhino, if you have access to it. The 44 is going to be more than enough. In all honesty, the 357 with the opening or the original ammo for it is not a good thing for anything. It's not good. So I would use either the 45 Colt on level or class 2 to 5 animals, or just use the Anderson on class 1 animals. And once you get the Red Raptor, you can throw that on there and it will actually help. Once you have unlocked the what is it called, the 357 hard nose or hard cast bullet, then you can switch over to the 357 and it will do a lot better than the 45. So as far as bows go, if you are good with the longbow or the recurve bow, I would suggest the recurve bow over the longbow any day, simply because it actually is a 70-pound bow, whereas the longbow is a 60-pound bow. So it's going to be 2.5 weight, and they're free if you have those packs. And that's going to allow you to use the traditional arrows and basically have a bow for just 2.5 weight. Now, you can use the crossbow, the cross-point crossbow if you want. I would suggest, now this is going to be 4, but you need to make room with 4.5 so that you can take the scope with it. Also, if you're going to use a compound bow, I would actually suggest taking the Razorback Light, because it is only 3.5 pounds, and you will be able to fit that more comfortably into your weapon loadout here. And to show you one more loadout, if you happen to have the Pack Mule skill point, then, or skill, this will cover everything you have here. Now, we have the 6.5, we have the Ranger. You can take the 223, but from my playing with it, the 223 is actually not working properly right now. It has no penetration on it, so I do suggest the Ranger. Plus, you're going to be able to take the Bobcats down a lot easier with the Ranger. We do have the 22 rifle as well for these long shots. I've brought along the 357, even though I don't have the good ammo for it. I do need to level up, and this is capable of taking out mule deer. It is a class 6, which mule deer are. So we do have the Cacciatore, and we have the Razorback bow. This covers all of your weapon types. As far as ammo goes, you don't need the 300 grain. I mean, actually, yeah, you can use the 300 grain as well. But you don't need the 600 grain arrows here at all. I just take them if I'm going to have the bow. And I just have all of the ammo, one ammo for each thing, and then all of it for the shotgun and the bow. And then sights, I do have. Now, if you have the 5-pin sight, I would highly suggest the 5-pin sight instead of the rangefinder sight. And the Red Raptor, I would highly suggest actually taking the Meridian and the Goshawk. But this will work for the shotgun and the handguns So this is just what I have available and what I would suggest. The 5-pin sight, because I actually feel it is a better sight for the bow. The rangefinder does not always work properly for me, and I am taking the Argus. Right now, the Argus is a lot more wobbly than it should be, so you might want to take the Hyperion instead. As far as lures, we still have the Grunt Collar. You could drop that out and just take the Goshawk and switch out the Red Raptor for the Meridian as well. You can drop out one of these and do the same thing. And then, again, just take one binocular and no portable structures. And that's also a great loadout. And this is something I run with a lot. Now, you can take any of the others that you want, but those would be my suggestions. That is all for now. I hope this helps y'all, and thank y'all for requesting this, and I will see y'all next time.